Welcome in everybody to I want to say game number 4 of this Dark Elf run in the RBB. I always have to qualify it. Technically we're 5 games into the season, but our team was deleted in game 1 and RBB lets you reset your team just once. So we reset the team and since then we've won 3 out of 3 on our reset team, so off to a better start with the Dark Elves. We've got a Blodge Blitzer, we've got a Rog Witch Elf. I went back and forth on this whether I should make this wrestle or block. We have a random Shadow Lineman. We have another random Shadow Lineman who's missing the game, which obviously is a big loss to us. 2 rerolls and an Apothecary. We're playing against Bembo Baggins, who's a really good coach, and whose orcs have got some pretty nice development already. They've got a Mighty Bow Blitzer. They've got a Sneaky Git Goblin. That's not half price, is it? That's full price, but still lovely to have. Do have one loner, and can't see records here, so I don't know what the record is, but I think they're doing quite well in the standings as well. We are the Overdog, giving them 50,000 in inducements. If you've come into this on YouTube, we've just been having a conversation about how the problem with Blood Bowl is that someone has to lose. But Star Ferret chiming in, that's the problem with 1v1 games. Not enough people lose for Star Ferret, wants to gloat at more people. Hey Dukes. Dukes, congratulations on your restaurant launch. I don't know anyone who's watching who's in my Discord. Dukes recently launched a restaurant, I want to say near-ish to Nottingham. I feel like it's Nottinghamshire, but actually it's not that near to Nottingham. But anyway, some details on that in my Discord server, and sounds like the opening weekend was a roaring success. So yeah, really happy for Dukes about how well it looks like that went. Check it out if you live close enough and want to go chow down on what look like some pretty good burgers and pancakes and all sorts of diner type grab. Blood Bowl is in fact a weird game where you can make your opponent lose even when they win. Sometimes. I mean, yeah, that was the real great secret of my Rebel run. It's not that we didn't take injuries, because we took a lot. I think the semi-final, quarter-final and last 16 game on that Rebel run, we had 2 deaths in every one of those games. But we managed to keep alive the most important players. And I think that's such a rare thing in a long Wood Elf run, like the star players not just dying. Live tree, such a treat for USA people. Morning, Slater. I have actually got some... I always wonder, this must be like really confusing people watch on YouTube where I don't even upload in the same order. But I have some exciting... advertising to do for USA time zone people. Tomorrow evening at 22:30-ish UTC, so about 10:30 UK time, I'm going to be doing a replay cast from the World Championships of the amazing games. We haven't decided exactly which ones we're doing yet, between Jalev and Olivier Dulac, where they're both going to come on the stream with me, and we're going to do like replay analysis with great coaches. So like we're going to get to like hear their thought processes and let them like explain, because it was such like an amazing series of games, explain what they were thinking and hear from them like why they made the decisions they did. So yeah, 22:30 UTC, 10:30 PM UK time tomorrow. really, really happy that we said yes to it. Like, obviously, like for Olivier, it's doing it in a second language, which is an extra thing to think about. I need to think about this turn. But both of them are really excited to do it. So, do we go basey? Like, if we had more blodgers, maybe we could base up on this, but we don't have more blodgers. So I actually don't know if we do anything at all here. I don't think we stand to gain very much by doing anything here. Like, the most we could do is stick 2 players on this, which would be like a little bit annoying, but then they'd probably just knock them both down. I think we just leave it. Oh, foreigners can speak English anyway, they just pretend not to. So yeah, the time on that is slightly... oh, I clicked on by mistake, whoops. Is slightly uncertain because basically Olivier's got his... Olivier's playing tomorrow evening, and so we'll start like when Olivier's free, but it should be about 10:30. Not a removal at least. This is the Mighty Boat is a removal. It's a MNG, so we are playing this whole game on 10 players. That's not good. Maybe fewer than 10 players, but a maximum of 10 players. This is a tough matchup. Like, I mean, Orcs are just never an easy matchup for anyone, are they? Because they're just a good team. But, ooh, that's nice. Yeah, this like early in development when we haven't got much of the budge yet. The things we really need against Orcs. Definitely a tricky one. Like, we've only got 2 dodge on the team. We've only got 2 rerolls. We've only got 10 players. We're down a blitzer, only 1 witch elf. It's a rough matchup. And they didn't even take out one of the 2 journey when we put on the line. They took out one of the ones that was a real player.
The team had possession.
Okay, no foul this turn. Sneaky gets running back. No blitz this turn. Oh, the other. Okay, we'll do that one. So 1 in 9 into another casualty. Well, this is looking like probably a loss. Because we're actually playing this entire game on 9 players. There I was thinking that 10 was not an ideal number. 9 is a less ideal number, but do you know what? If it is a loss, it's not the end of the world. We've got 3 wins on the team. It's so early in the season. But of course we will have a go at making it not a loss. Dizzy! Hey, Dizzy. I'm excited about that game you shared, Dizzy. I think that looks fun. Given how badly this started, part of me is like tempted to be quite aggressive and try and really work at splitting their team here, but I don't know where those rushes. Yeah. Got to put these one rush in. Okay, it's not a perfect split, like we could have done that better, but like would have been more dice. At least it's some kind of split. Like they've got a bit of a chunk of elves here to work through in the middle. Thanks, Metal. It's nice to see you. Actually, any chance we're going to see you next season back, or is life's still too much. And I also just hope that your internet's working again, because I know at the start of the season, like, they just cut your internet completely, which was...
Close and personal, Bob.
Nobles are back? Yeah.
Smell your breath and see the dead insects.
That's what Rebel needs. We need the boss back in town. Metal, for anyone who's not familiar, is the actual person who is the originator of Rebel. Made Rebel a thing in the first place. Oh, they piled the blodger on the first turret. That's also rubbish. That's exactly why that was there, right? Because it's the hard one to knock down. Like, it's the soft spot in the screen, and you want it to be the hard one to knock down, but they knocked it down, so... I mean, I guess, like, where I had it, they still had the push directions, they would have had this, but it's definitely better with that standing, right? Then you've only got a 1 square line here instead of a 2 square line. Actually, I'm lying. No, they had no way through if that didn't get knocked down. No, they did. I'm talking rubbish. Yeah. Talking rubbish. Yeah, they did. Talking absolute pants. Which I do sometimes. Well, we've got like a small amount of team split, but not that much. Like, we're only behind this one and this one and this one, but really they've got a pretty solid core of their team back here. I think we've got to be aggressive at this point and tag the back of the ball because we don't really have anything else to do. We're going to take this hit here so we don't get completely lost. I'd really like to hit that, but I don't know if I can. I'd like you to fall over. Good. This goes 2 into red, but I might take it.
This is going to be
Good.
decisive.
Because again, we're 2 players down, right? Like, so we really have to have like the aggression and the pressure, otherwise, like, we just don't know anything. Let's get it served if it doesn't dodge. I don't think you can serve it from now. Sort it, just like that. Like,
And they start the turn.
the longer this drive goes, the more likely we are just to lose it. So, like, short-term pressure is kind of our only chance, I think, of winning this drive. Like, hopefully make a mistake back here while they're under pressure. That's my theory. That's what we're going with. We'll see if we are correct in that. But it's definitely not a good situation. We've got 9 players. So we're doing what we can. Morning, Itchy. Did I say morning? Yeah, of course I might, Dizzy. 10 players for whole games like a proper elf should. Maybe 9, maybe 8. Rude, Star Ferret, as always.
Is that a fact?
Okay, Dodge doing a thing. You like that?
Well, it's a question of what the fans are looking at. Who would you rather?
Where's the blitz? You just stand this up and blitz free here. Okay, they did not use the blitz, so they used this one. Did risk the 1 in 9, but that's alright.
One less obstacle for the ball carrier.
Definitely feels like our armour is not doing great so far. These are supposed to be the tough elves. I normally play the softy elves with the armour 8+, but the dark elves are supposed to be giving me more bang for my buck on the armour. It's not happening. So the ball comes in here, I guess, which has like a little bit of pressure, but not a lot. Like, I think we need to take this. The problem is you need to leave someone free to get it afterwards. So really the ideal person is to do it is that, but it's 3-2, someone who doesn't have dodge. Because, like, you need... Hang on, even if I do that, say it gets POW. I haven't got away in, have I? Is there a clever chain push here? Pushing you into here. I think there is, you know. I think there is.
Oh, too easy.
He seems a little stunned, doesn't he?
The attacker has an assist. Now his buddy can
Oh,
move
nice
free.
armor break. So we've got one dice on the ball. It's one dice into a red dice. Should I take it at you? Do you reroll it is the question. Probably not.
Come on, guys. Team spirit is the key. Well, except for me.
Because even though that isn't good, like, now you're again giving them an uncomfortable turn here, right? Like, where are you taking that ball? How are you making it safe? None of that is like super obvious from here. It's red. It's red. I'll have to let that go, I think. Maybe I shouldn't even have done it. Maybe I shouldn't even have done that last one.
What will they do?
I like this about Dark Elves. Like, I like that you can play the high pressure strategy. Like, it's definitely worse with 2 players off the pitch right away, but I like that you can get in their faces a bit and try to make things rough. I mean, it would help if they don't keep powering the ones with Blodge or Rodge, but that is not the story so far. It was a nice chain push too, right? Like, we got ourselves the hit on the ball, which we didn't necessarily... Which I think not everyone gets, right? I was pleased we saw it. Took a second, but got there in the end. Yeah, my theory about the armour and being able to brawl is being disproven at every turn. But in a normal game, you can use the armour to brawl a bit with them. When you're not just getting rolled off the pitch, they're quite good at that. This witch up's getting stomped now.
Here comes the other team.
That player might have nothing good comes from spending any time on the ground in this game.
Okay, didn't stop the witch. Okay, didn't die. It's good.
Every player I've seen lying on the field during my career, well, I could start my own team. You only need 1 million gold, right? A prone player is a dead player. Often at any rate.
Not doing much back here. Leaving too much team behind because the way it's gone.
That'll help the player move without risk.
This is increasingly desperate, but I am still trying to just make them move forward without their cage. That's what I'm trying to do. I mean, yeah, like, there was a point there where I thought it could work, even on 9, and now on 8, and only 4 of my players really in the play. I'm a lot more sceptical. But we're still trying. We're doing what we can. Need the orcs to fail something.
That ball started to look. When are they gonna replace it?
I don't know, and I know one. You just want me to set you up so you can shout, "New balls,
Stop them
please!"
winning us a mighty, but at least that's something.
Buzzkill.
Unity is strength.
Now
They just bring the ball back. I do. We're on turn 5 though, so time is starting to be like a slight tiny bit of pressure for them. Looks like we are coming back because we want to foul the witch. Coming back again, like, it has some upsides for us, right? Like, it lets me get these back into play because these have kind of been out of the play there. But if you go backwards, then they're back in the play. You also need to, yeah, okay, they're going to do that. Need to, like, cover that.
back in 24
Now you do the foul.
Experiment.
Oh, you do the one dice power first. Boo. Oh my god, stop! The armour on this team has been completely false. Well, Star Ferret was the one enjoying my players dying, so Star Ferret dies. At least we get to impose that back on Ferret. I mean, we've been high rolled here. Like, this has been really not like average armour and injury rolls. These have been extremely, extremely good dice for our opponent.
There's only one word to say.
Not words.
Bimbo bangings, exactly.
Right player, right shot.
Nothing doing for us. It's fine. It's fine. I keep saying this. Like, I've had lots of Butterfell luck recently. I've won some tabletop tournaments. Obviously, the Rebel final, I got my luck when I needed it. So, can't have luck in every game. If this is the game we don't have the luck, well, I'd prefer it this way around than it happening in the Rebel final. So,
You got anything
so
other than old blood bowl matches, Jim?
Yes. You know, I'm addicted.
but yeah, pretty ridiculously rough to be on 3, 4, 5, 6 elves on turn 6. Well, on turn 5 actually it was, but they didn't get on that turn. It's always like, it feels like a moment of shock and excitement when they don't cast an elf in this game. Have I played much high elves on tabletop or prefer wood elves generally? I actually have really enjoyed high elves as much as I played them on tabletop, which surprised me because I always used to say in Blood Bowl 2, I always was like, high elves are the boring elves, which to some extent is still true because wood elves are the fastest elves, dark elves are the frenzy elves, pro elves are the fun elves because they've got like the random like another removal. There I was thinking we might survive one turn without a removal, but no, not caught, shockingly. Yeah, pro elves are the fun elves because they've got the fun skills with the nerves of steel and the sidestep. And high elves kind of don't have a fun thing, like they're being boring high elves. But sorry, I've got to think about this turn. I just want to punch this prick.
That'll do.
Which of course does nothing.
Now as free as a fart in a thunderstorm. That's a good choice for this play. They could follow up, of course, but they've wisely decided not to.
Of course. Not putting my trigger there, so. Yeah, so like actually like what I've been enjoying about high elves, having played them on tabletop in some tournaments recently, is yeah, even though I find them like a bit the boring elves because they haven't really got like a fun thing, they actually have like quite a nice blend of being able to do what wood elves and pro elves can do in terms of scoring quickly and using their speed to stretch the pitch, which I really enjoy, while also having higher armor. Now, as we're seeing in this game, sometimes higher armor doesn't mean anything because your opponent just rolls better than you. But that armor 9+ really does in a lot of games that aren't this one. It lets you brawl, it lets you get stuck in and base things and do things with that, which I have found really fun playing high elves actually. So I've got quite into high elves on tabletop and want to play them some more. It needs the right rule set, like because tiering matters. Like if the tiers are quite favourable to tier 1, then I think high elves probably still aren't worth it. But they're generally not in tier 1, so if they get a bit more, then I think they're often quite nice value. Hello, the shy guy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They haven't got a rush. Where they are at the moment.
That's a dangerous place to be.
This is presumably leaving the pitch because they are going to foul it and they haven't missed anything so far, so why would they miss this one? This might also be leaving the pitch because they roll very well on their powers as well as their injuries. No, for once not.
That's it. Force them back and then pow!
Unreal. Like, they have not missed anything. Like, absolutely anything at all.
Vast and impossible.
I mean, this is not doing much, to be honest, but that's all we can do, so make them roll some kind of dice. Meanwhile, we can't knock this thing down at all. So it's an easy 2 dice block on any of these, and then a 2+ to score. I mean, there's nothing you can do with 3 players in front of the play. Like, this has decided the drive. There's, with the best one in the world, nothing we can do if that's the dice we get. So it happens. It happens.
Did you know? It's rumored that Spike magazine editor, your
Another removal.
actually hates sport and would rather play action figures instead.
3 players on the pitch by turn 8. That's not normal. Just in case anyone's newer here and doesn't realise, none of this is normal. Like, they have rolled exceptionally high on our armour and injury. Like, with armour 9+, this is not normal at all. But sometimes high dice rolls happen. It is a dice game.
Looks like that apothecary's magic
Okay,
sponge
that
was
gets us
on
back to
top.
6.
You the
Still
chosen
nowhere near enough
one.
elves.
Ready to take
Certainly can't do a 1 turn with 6 elves that are movement 7. You really don't need to set up for this. This is not possible. Not with this this number of elves. I don't think it's possible even with a quick snap.
Now his buddy can move freely. A snotling baked in a pie stands more chance than this poor. Where's the nearest pie shop? Then push them back. Personally, I'd object them. That'll help the player move without
Really could do with the other 2 back. No. Yeah, it's a loss. It's just a loss. Doesn't really matter what we do with 6 players. It's just a loss. We'll try and I think we try and quick score and see if we can get 3 SPP on Cobblestone, but even a quick score is exceptionally difficult with 6 Dark Elves. Like, we haven't even got the option of like another elf team that might be able to pass the ball and go for that. Like, we just don't have a team, like. It's an argument for not even trying to score and just coming back here and trying to throw some vantage passes, given it's a league. but that's boring, so I won't. There is an argument for it, though. Yeah, it depends on the kind of players, Russell Copter. If these were all gutter runners, yeah, you can definitely score. But they're not all gutter runners. Like, they're elves, which is still pretty good, but 4 of them are only movement 6. The best of them is movement 7. Like, it's not the same thing. Sadly, I wish that it were. If this was Wood Elves, even with movement 7, a couple of War Dancers, I might feel there was some chance.
They've got the advantage, but there is no
It's really annoying, actually. Did the PAL. Now we get them all stuck together, which I did not want.
say something meaningful to all our Cabal Vision viewers. All I can think of is Splat.
Not great hits.
That play looked almost competent.
I know, Russ. I know. Exactly. I couldn't agree more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They need to cut the corner if they want to hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll let them try. Let him try that.
This reminds me of the time you got bored. I chained all the goblin technicians together to create a living mess.
Oh my god. A turn without a removal. That's exciting. That's as high a bar as we can hope for at this point. Lasting a turn without a removal. Yeah, pretty badly, Brightstone. Pretty badly. Right, we've got to roll really well here to get out of this. That's not the start we needed. Yeah, that's kind of killed the plan already. I was going to go for 2 dice through there, but I needed to knock down. Oh, it's exhausting. There's just nothing to do.
Players can barely speak, Jim, let alone write. And you should know, you've interviewed.
Don't think I can keep this safe. If we'd got the 1 dice POW on that, which we needed, then we would have dodged this, 2 dice on there, and at least we could throw some players through. Maybe I had to reroll for it, I don't know. Like, again, I've got 6 elves, like, everything's bad. There's not really plays on the table. It's one of those games where it feels like you're just a spectator in someone else's game of Blood Bowl. Which again happen, and again I've had my luck in other games recently, so I'm not even not even trying to moan. I don't know what else to say. Like there's not plays for us here. We don't have enough for team.
Bonus. And the skulls of fired players' agents.
Probably dread orcs and they're just. I think this could have been a very different. I mean, I think our last game was against orcs and we won it. I think we actually probably got some quite good luck in that game. I can't really remember it because it's been a good amount of Blood Bowl since, but I vaguely remember us being quite lucky in it. The last game on this team, so you can't win them all, right? Like you get lucky sometimes, you get unlucky sometimes. But yeah, this game in particular has been pretty brutal on the dice. That tracks. That tracks with everything else that's happened.
About to get punched above and below the belt at the same time.
Stomp on that with a sneaky get.
Oh no, my mistake. He's on the ground.
That is the first time a sneaky get has failed to get a removal. So that's nice, I guess.
Pick up the ball. Apparently it's more difficult than it seems.
This is classic Blood Bowl, giving you some dice when it doesn't really do anything for you. Do I play elves a lot? They're not my most elf played team at all. Wood elves are by far the one I played the most. And I would say second to wood elves is probably pro elves. But I've recently been trying to play a bit more dark elves and high elves, and I've been starting to see like the upsides of them. The problem is like the upsides of them are exactly the things that haven't happened in this game, right? Like the biggest upside of dark elves, and to a slightly less degree high elves, but still high elves. The greatest advantage of them is that they can brawl a bit, right? Like they've got the higher armor, so they can get stuck in, they can take a few hits, and not just evaporate. Which obviously with wood elves and pro elves, your armor 8+, there's a very good chance if you get stuck into a fight, you're gonna get this sort of outcome. So I have actually been really enjoying that about these teams, even though it's not what's happened here. So yeah, I'm enjoying them, but they're not by any stretch my most played teams. And I think I don't play them as well. I think Dark Elves might be the elf team I play the least well. I've played High Elves less, so it should be High Elves, but I feel like High Elves, maybe I'm just skewing my feelings on that because I've had a couple of really good tabletop tournaments with them, but they feel more familiar because I can play them in some ways similar to how I play the Pro Elves, and again, like getting some extra advantages from the higher armor, whereas Dark Elves really are a different playstyle because they aren't as fast. So they might be the elf team I play least well, Dark Elves. I'm not sure. High Elves are so good though. Hey Tokamada, you and me are both together on the High Elf train. I feel like you and I both discovered them around the same time, because you'd been doing vampires obviously and I've been doing Wood Elves. We both sort of discovered them recently in tabletop and have been getting good results with them. Like I've only done like a total of 9 NAF games on High Elves, but I think it's 8 wins and a draw. So like, yeah. I've enjoyed the little amount that I played with them. Okay, so I think the only hope here is that the Blodger does like a comedically good potato, basically. which probably means dodge, blitz, push you to there, roll a heap more threes, go this way, and keep hoping that Blodge saves us. I don't really see any other way that we're getting out of this. And then we would try and bring everyone else to catch up. We could do this first to hit this, but I don't think it really does anything for us because we want to go this way anyway. Like, we have to go up the pitch because the longer we stay back, the more inevitable it is that when things go wrong, they just score. So I think we have to, like, this is not a high percentage play. This is a desperation play, but I think it's what we've got to do. Power is definitely helpful. Do we do the double rush to get in range? We want to do at least one rush, get away from those. We actually can leave their team a bit behind here, can't we? Because they've got spread over here. That's not fast enough to catch up. That we could just stand up and tag. That, I mean, shadowing. Okay. So they've got a 1 dice here. They can 3 plus 2 plus to make it a 2 dice. We could dodge this onto here, but then you could just be in range. I think it's not worth doing that. Okay, that's definitely nice. Make you roll some more dice again.
The other player stood there like stone. It's not easy.
Okay, doing some other thing. Is it worth doing something with this one? Like, do that there, because you're at least further away. That's not actually relevant. So I feel like all we're doing is trading this having to do rushes to that not. So probably not, given that's alone and we don't want to reroll it. This has the hit, so we don't go for it. I think that's about as good as we could do. Like, it's not amazing, like it's not safe, but given the situation we're in, it's a hell of a lot better than the position we were in at the start of the turn. Yeah, the pearls don't just evaporate. And yeah, Thrud was definitely the moment. Obviously, like, Thrud was like a very generous rule set for the High Elves. But, yeah, it was interesting, like, lessons taken from that about what they can do. I guess there was an argument for double dodging this and putting it here, so make it, like, they can only 1 dice this. No, because they still would have been able to get us from there. If we got both of these through, we could have made a screen, but then that's like asking for a lot, including some minor dodges. Oh, the shy guy. A tie here would be an amazing result. We've been on, we ended the first half on like 3 elves. We've been on 6 elves since the start of the second half. A tie would be incredible. A tie would be beyond my wildest hopes. So, like, they've got to dodge this goblin all the way through to make this a 2 dice. So, like, there's at least a chance they could fail here. There's at least a chance. Or they dodge this, I guess. But that's got dodge skill and that doesn't. So I would have thought you dodge the goblin. Maybe not, I guess. I don't know. Like, that's got to do 1, 2, 3 dodges, whereas that's only got to do 1 and you can put the reroll into it. That's got to do one dodge and a rush. Oh, just going for the 1 dice. Okay. Just goes for the 1 dice, then pushes to the sideline. Okay, fair enough. Puts us out of range. I don't hate that as well. I can see that. Lets the rest of your team catch up. Yeah. Oh, 1 in 9. Do you reroll it? I've only got 2 rerolls left. That's actually not a totally straightforward decision, because if I do score, you want to keep the rerolls for your offense. Okay, well that does give us a way out. That does give us a way out, which is nice. So those can't reach the sideline. So sideline's going to be our friend again. I'd really like you to do that job, but that's 3 2+s, and we just get served if not. It's better though, because it means I can get that player in. Okay, that helps. Fine, not all we wanted, but fine. Oh, thank God, I thought that had gone. Thought that had failed. Okay, so if we stay on the sideline, they can't reach us. You can reach us. So I think we maybe have to go not to the sideline and just trust in Podge. Stall square, trust in the difficulty of their recovery. Because I don't really want it going out here either. We're putting at least 1 rush in. The actual stall square. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can double rush to be the assist. I think that's not really relevant now as the loner. Oh, okay. I mean, it's still not amazing, right? But it's something. It's something. They've got to roll some dice. We're fighting for it. We are fighting for it. I'm pretty proud that we've kept it alive this far, honestly. Like, I was pretty sure the drive was done on like turn 11. You know, like, it's actually like kind of less dramatic, but not dissimilar to what happened in the Rebel final. The thing which I said about how Lumi played the Rebel final, which I think is really like the important thing to take from it, is like Lumi kept looking for the outs even when his team was really getting ruined. And that's what I've tried to keep doing, right? Like, just keep looking for the outs. Which is why I said a few turns ago, like, this is not a high percentage play, but we've got to take it because it's the play we've got. That's really all you can go for. So yeah, 2 rushes with this, and you get 2 dice with that. And at that point, our hope is really just that the orcs don't have amazing recovery. So like, we're going to have at least this one free to try and do something about it. And then depending on if they armor break on this one, which they've got a good chance to do with Mighty Blow, but oh, snake here would be amazing. No snake, but another reroll gone, so just the 1 reroll left. They're just thinking about their push direction, I think, now, because the 2 dice is there. Oh, shit. They got the full power without the reroll. Well, it was nice while it lasted. It was nice while it lasted. And the armor break, that's huge. Scatter is a little awkward for them. Like, I think they've probably got to go for it. I think you got to go for the pickup. Not going for the pickup. Okay. That gives me a chance. It gives me a not awful chance, to be honest. 1 dice looking for the push and then some 2s to pick it up. Don't think there's any other play here. Pow, that's great. Got the score. I mean, we still may lose because they've got turns left, but we got our SVP on a blitzer, which is pretty nice. I think they had to go for the rush pickup. I wonder if they didn't want to go for the rush pickup because they thought, well, even if she scores, we'll have a chance to score back. So that might have been part of their thinking, but like, I think they had to go for the pickup. I think they had to go for the pickup personally. Love that we got some SVP on a blitzer. Love that a lot. Do not have enough elves to do a good defense here. We do have our witch elf back there, which is nice. I think maybe we just go as wide as we can, actually. It's 3 turns without a thrower. Like, this is definitely not an automatic touchdown for them, right? Like, it's not easy, but it's not an it's not like impossible, but it's not an automatic. Thanks, everyone. I'm glad we got it. Goblin ball carry. I mean, that's a nice one. They want to score on this, right? Because they want to get it dirty player. Kick's huge here. If we get a deep kick, then it really does start getting tricky for them. Actually, this is probably not about scoring on the goblin. This is probably about the fact that the goblin can hand off that animosity, which is a sneaky advantage of the goblin ball carrier. Yeah, we did finally get our last 2 KOs back. We didn't get them at half-time, but we got them just now. So we have, in the end, got all 5 KOs back from the first half, which is nice. Oh my god, that's either the best possible kick or it's a disaster kick. You don't want the touchback, so if it... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, they caught it. Perfect. Okay, so that's a really nice kick. So the goblin can't score. So the goblin's going to have to hand off. So at a minimum, they're going to have to do a 3+. Which I guess they have to do anyway to pick the ball up. But yeah, they're going to have to bring that forward and then hand it off somewhere up the pitch, which is a little awkward for them. Obviously, like, the preferred scenario is they don't catch it and it lands like there. But if they'd failed the catch and it scatters out for a touchback, that's way worse for us. So armor break is rough because that means with just 2 turns left, that player's kind of done for the game.
Can't argue with that call, can you, Bob?
No.
Get up.
Are they going to advance at all this turn? I wish Mighty Bow did this much work for me. I'm not even sure most of their cards are Mighty Bow. I think they've got quite a few just random blocks. But Mighty Bow can feel so like hit and miss, can't it? I feel like Mighty Bow sometimes just kicks off and ruins a team. feel like it did for us against Lumi, but other times it just does nothing. Like every time I induce Morg. Every time I induce Morg, it's always the greatest disappointment of my Blood Bowl life. I'm always like, Might Blow +2, that sounds amazing. No, it's not. It's terrible.
But the coach might.
Goes for 3 dice. Doesn't want to use that reroll. No arm break is nice. No knockdown, that's also nice.
And he's still standing.
Okay, so the players you want to score on here really are you, or you, right? Like they're the ones who've got the speed and the edge 3+. I don't see myself dodging this, so I think you put that up and make them roll on it, because then you've either got to do it with the big N, who could fail, or you've got to use blitz, which means they're not getting forward. I don't think it's probably worth dodging this one again, because it's kind of doing a job. That's one of the best scoring pieces. I think we kind of need to blitz this. Do we, or do we block it? And then we can blitz a blitzer as well. Maybe that's better. It's kind of clumping ourselves together, which I don't love, but we're holding the center. I think maybe that's okay.
That could have been worse.
Interested to see how they approach this turn. Like, do you try to hand off now with the goblin? Do you try to keep the ball on the goblin? But then if you do that, you've got to protect the goblin. Like, interesting turn for sure. Okay, does go for the 3 dice at the big end. Would have been nice if the other one wasn't stunned. We could have made that a 2 dice, but another removal. So looks like we want to come this way. We've got 2 blitzes that can come this way. Body there is actually kind of doing a thing. Because if you want to come this way, that's at least a rush to get as far forward as you want. So the body's actually doing something here. I think I'd want, if I was them, to get at least 1 scoring threat in before handing off, if I'm planning to hand off.
You got anything cool recorded on your Wiz Wobox other than old Blood Bowl matches, Joe?
Yes.
Okay, maybe we're coming this way then. No arm break is nice. Got a bit of work to get things into range here. Like, these aren't in range. This has got to do rushing. We're just going to go for a big end score? Pretty nice to get a big end score, to be fair. Like, that's probably the player you most want to score on at this point of their team development. Yeah, so the big end is a scoring threat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that isn't a scoring threat without a chain push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. I don't know. This doesn't feel like it's where Bembo would want to have it. The deep kick definitely did us some favours. I wonder if they could have tried to make a bit more ground last turn.
Oh, well. It has to be scoring my first touchdown.
Going for the handoff now.
See, I'll just rip the head off.
Sorry.
Ah, that would have been huge if that failed.
These two players work well together.
So we push this into range, and then, yeah, I think this is the best way to do it. You need to get this in front with 2 rushes. Like you need to. You can't not do that. Last reroll. I think you have to, but it's not good. Okay, they didn't. Thing is, we can get to you this way for 2 dice, and I think that's what we've got to do. So we either come this way. Advantage of that is we push you backwards. Advantage of this way is it's fewer dice. But I think given your 2 rushes out of range, it's better to push you backwards. So I think we go for the front way. Get the power, so they are not scoring on that player. Means the only way they're scoring now is on this one. I really don't want to give him a chain push. So I think I could put that in front still. Attack that with you really because you've got mighty blow. Get that just straight behind because that's got to go straight forward, right? Like that hasn't got any way it can go sideways.
Great move. Greased balls would struggle to dodge through that defensive line.
Oh, makes the line reroll. We can't score because it's turn 16, so there's no point doing anything with you. Maybe we should do nothing with you. Okay. Might have got the draw here. Might have got the draw. It's not completely done, but it's looking pretty tough for them. Like, don't think they've got enough chain pushes on that one to get it into range. This one is in range, but double marked big and with something behind as well. It needs to go straight forward. It can't go sideways, so... Oh, I've given them a chain push this way. I might have given them something here. Maybe I should not have done this. I might have given them something here.
She took everything, including my family's sacred gut plate.
Still a bunch of dice. But yeah. Chain push you into you into you. Blitz that off, but then you still got to pick the ball up. Yeah, it's still hard, but maybe that was a bit of a mistake. Oh, that's a 1 in 9, so no rerolls. Oh, into double skull. Rough. So we did get the draw. Pretty pleased with that. Little bit of a mistake there to give them just a slim chance with that chain push. But yeah, pretty happy to dig out the draw from what felt like a not good position. Knowingly, I think that's a journeyman MVP. But we did get a touchdown on a blitzer as well, which is nice. I think that's still the last game, so I need to wait for them to validate before everything else pops in. So didn't win this one. First draw after 3 wins in a row, but pretty happy to dig out the draw against good opponent Bembo from a very, very tough position. I mean, that is more blocks than you want to give up, right? Like, that is a lot of blocks, so that partly like explains the removals, although like a bunch of those come after all the removals, because the removals did stop in the second half. The first half was when it was just really crazy on the removals. But yeah, kind of hoping Bembo will hit the validate so I can look at my roster before wrapping up the YouTube video. Let's drop them a thanks for the game. Oh, they've done it. There we go. Maybe they'll come into chat. So yeah, that I think was the game being validated. Yeah, so we've got a draw here now. Keithabix is up level with us now on 3 wins, a draw and a loss. Was Keith playing at the same time as us? I guess so. Thanks for the game, Bembo. Well played. Yeah, definitely thought you had us after that slightly brutal first half. But yeah, elves did some elfing in that second half. The removals were a lot. Definitely. What do we do here now in terms of the team development? The only thing, like, I mean, to be fair, Bembo, like the dice are dice. I felt like you played it well. The only thing I wasn't sure about was whether you, I think you had to go for the pickup after you got the sack in the second half. And I don't know if you were just like not going for that because it was your last reroll. But that was the only bit where I was like, oh, I think you should have gone for that pickup. Because it just wasn't that hard for me to get it back after you didn't. I did get the power, in fact, but I only needed a push. But there was a lot of elf bullshit, like, to be fair. Like, there was like around 10, 11 I said, this is not a high odds play, but it's the play I've got to take because it's the only one I've got. So there was a lot of elf bullshit. Like, it does go both ways. We had the rough removals, but we did get some elf nonsense. So this is just an MNG, I think. Oops. Yeah, so we're not doing anything about that. I think we're still just saving for dodge here. I did say once you've got a couple of dodge ones, you could try randoming here. We have enough cash in the bank that we could do that and cycle. It just all still feels a bit thin. I'd like to buy the third reroll. I'm tempted to buy the third reroll now, because the other thing we're saving for is the second witch. I think we buy the third reroll now. I always think that with elves, I want the rerolls. Eventually I want 4 rerolls on an elf team because I want to be able to play aggressively. And like 3+ leader normally. But yeah, I want to be able to play aggressively with multiple rerolls per turn. And I think especially while we're still reasonably light on dodge. It'd be nice next game we'll have 3 dodge. But I think we go ahead and get that apothecary. That's what I want to do. Not apothecary, reroll. I've already got the apothecary. So yeah, let's do that. And like the fact they're only 50,000 in your team value as well. They're just really good value with elves. The double shadowing is less good value. Didn't manage to make the shadowing work that game again. But yeah, I think we'll leave the team there. So if you are watching on YouTube and you enjoyed that Elfie comeback, do hit that like and subscribe.